Well, good evening, Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker, and I got a little bit of a jump. I got ahead of myself. It is what is it? Saturday, May the 17th, 2025, at approximately 2000 hours. That's 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and I got home from work. Maybe you saw the last video, and I was in Midland, Texas, made my delivery late morning, early afternoon yesterday, and I got everything done that I needed to get done. I got delivery done. I got an oil change on the truck, and this morning at approximately 7:30 in Weatherford, Texas, on the west side of Fort Worth, I stopped at a Blue Beacon and I got the truck washed. And so I've got the checklist is done for the next little while. All right, the equipment today, we got us a Ralph Ost, and it says Soligen. Handarbeit bet, I don't know. And then on the backside says Soligen made in Germany. Anyway, it's a 6/8 with a French point. Notice that the French point starts with the tip forward of the spine, and then the slant goes backward. Nice little thumb notch right there, and that's characteristic of a true French point. Some want to make what looks like a Spanish point and call it a French point, and I don't know why they do that, but this is what I've seen in all of the diagrams that is characteristic of a true French point. All right, so there's that. The brush is the Plisson number 20 with a 30 millimeter premium, white high mountain white knot. It's very just as luxurious. This is a very expensive brush. I couldn't believe I spent the money on this thing, but it's got a natural horn. Look it up on the internet. Go to their website. I ordered it from France. It came directly from Plisson, and it is just a delightful brush. Would I do it again? Probably not, unless I had some kind of a windfall fall in my lap, which is kind of what happened when I bought this one. Yeah. I'm using Martin de Condré Rose. Set that aside. Martin de Condré Rose. Lovely soap. Smells like orange. Smells like rose flowers and petals and so forth. And I always say when I use this one, it reminds me so much of my mother, because it's a strong rose scent, and my mother loved rose. And anytime you walked into our upstairs bathroom in the house that I grew up in, that my parents owned, and I gotta say, that's probably one of the advantages. I had a mother and father who were not only Christian oriented, going to church all the time, which I enjoyed. I went to a private Christian high school, elementary and high school, and mostly college. I was afraid of that. Well, I'm gonna have to edit this part out because I can't have advertisement in my music.
99%. That's how often Senator John Cornyn votes with President Trump.
All right, well, relaxing music. This one specifically said no ads. Anyway, I'm going to put on a little massage on my face. But got home, had a nice dinner that my wife made for me. Got a nice bowl of hot water. I've got approximately 2.5 days of whiskers on my face. And if you saw, again, the last video, saw that I had that on Wednesday evening, late afternoon. Oh, that's just lovely. Massage feels so good. Long day. I probably drove about 600 miles. I started the day, I woke up in Sweetwater, Texas, 2 hours east of Midland, Texas, Midland, Odessa. That's the way most people say it over here, Midland, Odessa. Where you live? Well, Midland, Odessa. Okay. They're right there, side by side. So I got plenty of soap. Nice relaxing music. So I expect this blade to perform very well. It has every time I've used it. I ordered it from Lynn Abrams, Straight Razor Design, I think his store used to be called. Right about the time he was selling out and shutting down and all that. And if I had to do over again, I'd probably not buy that blade. It's just a little too small, a little too short. It's kind of awkward to me, and I don't much care for it. But you don't get to hold them in your hand, and it's not like you can send them back, really, especially after you hone them up and make them actually sharp. You would think Lynn would have, or his surrogates would have done a better job, but they didn't, and so I had to Oh, that's doing very nicely. So I've got my next load assignment loading on Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock in Texas City, south, about an hour south of Houston, at one of the big refining oil petrochemical plants down there, and going to Dalton, Georgia for a Thursday delivery. Early. I'm surprised how early, 6:00. And I say that surprisingly because we don't have a lot of deliveries that early. But that's all right. That's all right. Get in there, get it loaded, or delivered rather, and get out and on my way back home. Next week, I'm taking Wednesday of next week through Wednesday of the following week off from work to do the kidney stone procedure on my left kidney. Oh, doing very nicely, the razor is. I don't know if I said it, but it was likely. I remember I was disappointed when it came from Straight Razor Design store. And I called and they said, well, we honed it. And And so I gave it a few strokes on the, I think it was a Shapton Glass 30, but now that I'm thinking about it, it may have been the Zulu Gray. And it didn't take much, as I recall, either way, which was Zulu or Shapton Glass 30,000. 10 laps, 15 laps, and a good stropping, and it was good to go. And I've hardly done anything to it since, and it's been, oh my goodness, 8 years, 7 years. If you've never used the Martin de Condré soap, you deserve to treat yourself to at least one jar of it in your lifetime. Now, when you buy it, you're going to think it's a bit spendy. But you're getting more than what you would in a Sterling soap company dish, and it costs about, well, one of theirs costs about, $15 to $18, $14 to $18, $20, and Martin de Condré will cost you anywhere from $60 to $75. Let's see if it says. It doesn't say on the jar, but it's a big jar. It's a goodly amount of soap. I've heard people say it'll last a year or more. And of course, it'll say on their website how much it is, how many grams. That's the way they make measurement, I guess, over there. I should have brought the dogs in before I started this, because I can hear one of them yapping outside. Nobody likes to listen to yapping dogs. And the last thing you want is to be that guy whose dogs are barking in the backyard, keeping the neighbors' babies awake. We got young couples on the right of us, on the left of us, and across the street from us, and then an older, a little bit younger than us, but Well, I weighed myself before the shower. With this weight loss, looks like I'm establishing a new range over the last 5 months. For over 20 years, I was between 240 and 245. And every time, like clockwork, even my doctor that I've had all these years, 20 plus years, has commented on it. And that range is shaping up to be what looks like between 218 and 222. And today I came in at 221. it just feels fantastic. Truth is, I could probably stop right there and be done. Good, thick, rich lather, nice sharp blade. Going to result in a very nice shave when we're done here, and I'm enjoying myself immensely doing this. This is so comfortable, so relaxing, and just to comment on being how much I enjoy this as a hobby is just indescribable. All aspects of it, the purchasing, the collecting, the razors, the brushes, the stones, the soaps, all of it just brings a great deal of satisfaction to me. And I one day hope to be able to spend more time doing honing videos when I've retired and truck driving is behind me. This new job is actually a pain in the butt. I'm sorry. I don't have nearly as much home time or free time. But things change. But the older you get, the less you like for them to change, which that's understandable too. But sometimes it's inevitable or have little to no control over it. Uh-oh.
Amy's not at work. She's on Get Your Guide.
It lied to me. It said it was ad-free, and it's not. So, what do? I just shut it off. If you don't like something, just say no. Didn't like it. Didn't like that at all. I'm going to have to stay with those videos that I know don't have ads in them. I guess that's the answer to that. Well, part of the good news on this next coming load is I don't have to go down to the truck till Monday night, which means I get tonight and tomorrow night in my own bed. And 2 nights is always better than 1. Sometimes he'll flip us out on a new load too quickly. So I get in tonight. My 34-hour restart will reset sometime early on Monday morning, and so he'll give us a load for Monday morning after, 2 a.m. might be the restart when it's completed, and he'll give us a 4 a.m. load time. So I get 1 night in my own bed. I got to go down to, in this case, got in tonight on Saturday night. If he were to have done this, I'd go down to the truck on Sunday night, get things ready for Monday morning. He didn't do that. He gave me 2 full nights. Of course, I had a little chat with him too. When I got back from the I guess at the end of last week, I said, I'd sure like to have 2 nights in my own bed. Well, that's what I try to do. But see, what he wasn't taking into account was I would go down to the truck the night before load on my own time. To make sure that the trailer was ready, to make sure that everything, there was no problems, so that the load didn't have to be postponed or canceled or have to get to a mechanic shop to get the trailer fixed or reassigned a new trailer, which wouldn't happen until the next morning, which has happened before. But all that stuff takes time, and you can't show up at the yard to hook up a trailer at 3 a.m. or even say 1:30 a.m. To make a 4 a.m. load time and expect everything to go right. It just doesn't work that way. And so you've got to allot for and account for prep time. And be well rested, ready to go. And in circumstances like that, the only way I get well rested is I've got to go down to the truck the night before, get everything ready, or the afternoon before, get everything ready, and have get a good night's sleep in the truck before the morning of the next load. That's one of the reasons why everybody is anxious for self-driving trucks to become viable, is because of the labor hours and paying the driver. And I don't think it's ever going to be ready for a very long time. Got a little bit too much of the soap on the tang. And on the end of the scales, you can still see there's a little bit still left there, but this is where you take the extra step to be careful to dry off the razor when you've got when you got the soap up on the tang. Okay. Oh, that's just wonderful. Very nice indeed. All right, so we're done with the Ralphos. We'll set it aside and wipe it down good and dry as a preliminary right here. And we'll do a full post-shave cleanup with strapping when I'm done off cameras, but in the meantime, we'll just set it right there. Our head shave razor tonight is going to be Fox Cutlery and Solingen, Germany, number 440 one 441, it looks like. At another angle, it looks like a 444, but that, anyway. Fox Cutlery, and then on the backside, it says Fox Trademark. It's got a nice little engraving of a fox right there. I don't know if you can see or read any of that, but that says Fox Cutlery. Okay. And a little barber's notch on a little 5/8, maybe smaller. Now this razor was received as a gift in a Christmas exchange on the one forum group that I participated in for a while, a couple years ago. And the razor got accidentally thrown out. I received the gift on the day of opening. I inadvertently opened from the wrong side, and some of the other items were there. Well, all of the other items were there. But the guy asked me over the internet, he says, did you find the razor? And I said, what razor? He said, oh no, there's a razor. Uh-oh, I better go get the box or it's gonna get thrown away. And so I went and got the box and searched through the box pretty thoroughly. And sure enough, there was a razor in there, this little Fox Cutlery, and it's been a nice little addition to my. I could do a full face shave on it with it. But I've got so many others that I enjoy using so much that this became a regular mainstay on the head shaves, with the head shaves, as a head shave razor. And I did a good job in getting it good and sharp. And I do believe I used the Zulu Gray. A couple of years ago, I've had the Zulu Gray for a number of years, but a couple of years ago I started using it with slurry. And I got a set of those metal things that you use to raise a slurry with. Little rubbing plates, credit card size. I can't even think of the brand name right now. Very popular name for those credit card, and also for they got a full size lineup as well of honing plates. it's just beautiful up there. I had a haircut on Wednesday afternoon after I got into Midland on the last shave. And I decided I didn't need a haircut tonight, but I'll probably do one Monday morning when I get up, and I'll do a shave Monday morning and go down to the truck sometime around, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Monday afternoon, and I'll probably get a good nap, maybe do a couple of wifely honeydews, maybe. All right, put the brush down in the water to start soaking and getting the lather out. Get it in the water, use it as rinse water here in a little bit as I get ready to finish up. Okay, that is it for the head shave, for the face shave, and all right, got that there, put that there. Get my Ozma block ready. All right, give myself a good rinse with the Martin de Condré soaps melted in the water with all of its goodies. Oh, that's just great. Very minor, very little sting. A little bit, but not uncomfortably so. Just enough to let you know you had a shave with a straight razor. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Let's use a little Lucky Tiger face tonic after shave. Not much of an aftershave, but it's certainly like certainly fine as a tonic with aloe vera and chamomile. And what I find that the alum block and these face tonics do is that they take the initial sting out, along with the extra goodies that are in them, like aloe vera. With aloe vera, candula, and chamomile. I don't know what candula is, but I've used about half of this, just a little more than half of this, and it's just, yeah, I guess in about 2 years, or a year maybe, I don't know. And our aftershave today is going to be Clubman Panade Whiskey Woods, and this is a very manly scent, and it's inexpensive. Even with the alum block, there's still a good bite there. That's all right. I'm a grown-ass truck driver. So that's it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll have this up overnight, I suppose. Thank you for staying with me, and as always, I'll see you down the road.